Hello everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with December Daily Day 17. Boy, the time is flying. 17. Sorry about that. Forgot I needed to turn my sound off. So anyway, so day 17 and boy, the time is flying. So this was day number 16 with all the striped craziness going on here, but I'm going to leave it because I love this and it's okay. It is what it is. So this is the bag that I used to add the extra photos from the Christmas light show that we went to. And I just punched holes in it and it will just sit in my book right over the top. So this will go over the top of today's page. And then you'll see the back side here. Today's page is all about wrapping, and so I did pull this card and stick it in my that little page where I keep things that I know that I want to use. This is a piece of the wrapping paper itself, and then I'm thinking I'm going to use this four 3x4s. Good morning. Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks for the look thing there. So part of that is because I knew that on Saturday we would have a lot of pictures because I was supposed to celebrate Christmas with my grandkids and their parents, but the littlest guy got really sick the night before and into the day yesterday, although not as bad. So we rescheduled it for next week. However, dear amazing boyfriend found an awesome luminary walk with a live nativity along the path, and so I do have a lot of photographs. So I'll figure out something to do in here most definitely. So I'm thinking this, and then this is my cat exploring things, but now that I think about it, this photo is bigger and more top heavy, so I probably should bring that down here instead of up here. Then I just had a thought. You know, I used those gift tags at one point in my book earlier and said I had to remember to use them again. Well, I used some of these tags on these packages. So that could be kind of fun to do that. Or something like it. I've got another one here. This doesn't really go. But then I also, this is kind of cute, just to do the special delivery December 25th. So those are both great ideas. And then I also have some of these, which are really the kind of shape that I used on most of these presents. That's the word I wanted. So now that I'm thinking about it, so lots of different options. Oh, here's even a better Merry Christmas. Lots of different options here. I actually did use this version on one of those, but I think I still need some sort of journaling space. And I'm still thinking a card here, because what I could do is use the back of this for some embellishment. So that could work really well. I do have present die cuts in my die cuts from this. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. Although I also could do this. Although yesterday I said I didn't want to do that. And I think I'd rather use tags from what I have. So there's a present die cut. Here's another one. Whoops. It's hiding from me. I think there's a stack somewhere here too. Oh yeah, here we go. I can see this stack. So I like that. This would work really well with the colors here. Now I don't have blue in this this piece here, but I do have blue lights in here, which I think will go with that. So I'm not going to worry about including blue in this. Here's a holiday tradition. So that's kind of a nice piece to use. Now, one of the things I'm wondering though is I like to include my wrapping paper somewhere. And if I use this as a journaling spot, I won't have a spot for wrapping paper, but that could go on the back of that perhaps. So let me look for a journaling card first. And I could use red here, but there's a lot of red. So let's see. Got this green, 2 white. Ah, here's a good one. There's that star there. So I think that's good. And then I always could, if I wanted to do a little like red and green present up here. I haven't done anything like that, or that one's a little hard to see. So that might work. Or I could also just do this, which I think is a little plain. I actually really like this. I could actually put that holiday tradition here as well too. So we'll keep this to the side. I think what I'm going to do, have a general plan for that already. So let's see what I can do with this. I'll just pop this up here. I want to hit that. So I'm going to take the photographs out of here to make this flat, and then I'll just re-punch the holes there. My thing is though, if this doesn't work, I think what I'm going to do is just put a little glue right there. I'm just going to lay that on there. I want to make sure it's fairly straight, so maybe I'll line up these 2 edges here. So let's find a better edge that's not all crinkly. This is actually really, I guess I do need to do this edge. This is really, I loved this buffalo plaid, but it was from Walmart and it's so thin and it likes to crinkle and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so then let's cut this to fit and see what I think once it's done. I think this is going to be one of those things that I'm not going to know until it's actually finished, if I like it or not. I want to be careful about not cutting the bag, because that would be bad. I have slipped the paper in envelopes. I have used it as, like, put it in a 6x8 and used it for the background paper. Trying to think what else I've done. No, I didn't cut that very well there, but this is what it is, I guess. There we go. I've just slipped it in the 3x4 pocket and put labels and journaled over it that way. I've used it as backgrounds for smaller pictures. So there's lots of ways you can use your wrapping paper. If this doesn't work, I'll probably just stick it in behind one of these 3x4 pockets, just so it's there. And I could like cut a tab into the top of it or put a tab on the top of it so that you can pull it up. So let's see what I think. I actually really like how that looks. So let's get this really glued down here. And again, I'll come through and re-punch those holes in just a second, just so I kind of know where they are. So we'll lay down that side. And the reason I'm being really careful to make sure that I have this on there really well is because it's going to be a page. Now the background is showing through there a little bit. I'm not going to get all crazy about that. I could, but I'm not going to. Lane Amen says better done than none. She used to, oh, I'm trying to think which Scrappy. She used to do, I can't even think. She had a Scrappy Scrappy site where you did load. That's what she's known for. That's what I wanted. But Alice Boyle, Alice, something like that, is doing it now instead. Lane, I think, sold it to her years ago. So anyway, she used to say that all the time. All right, so look at that. How cute. So even more now, I really want to just do it this way. And I'm thinking, so this December 25th is cute, but the tag of that is going to definitely disappear. Then the other thing is I have this tiny little hole here that I think I should put some twine through to make it more tag-like. So let's just do that. I like a holiday tradition on this, but I think that's not working as well with this. So let's take that off of there. The other thing I could do is I could look at using the doily in here. Now I just did white on white here, but I actually don't mind that. I don't know that I would like the red as well, but we'll try it just to see. Yeah, definitely not, because the red's not the right red. So I have that doily. I do have other doilies that are bigger, but I think if I did that, I would cover up too much of them. So that's it. I think this will work. I'm going to drop this down just a little bit. And then just put this is my really good technique for gluing things down to make sure they stay where I want them. I just put my hand on them. I'll glue this better, and I'll come back actually probably and take my fine line bottle to this so that it covers the, I can get the rounds outside there. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Doily disaster. However, let me push this back down. It is a little ripped there, but I'll come back in and actually maybe I'll even do it right now. I could take it off and start over, but I'm not going to. That's not enough of an issue for me. And the reason I'm gluing down these edges on these is they like to come up. And because this is exposed, I had to re-glue mine on my front cover yesterday or the day before, or add more glue to it because it was really coming up on me. Okay, so now you don't really see that rip as much. Okay, so that's good. That's done. Then, let's see, we don't need these because we're already through. And now I have another one of those tags in my book, which that's nice. It won't be just one. I'm thinking, what else can we do here? And that'll lay like that. Oh, I need a date. Goodness. So day 17, I could come back in with those puffy stickers that I used yesterday. Oh, I also have these. Maybe we'll just do it in that empty space on the photo with my cat. I think that makes sense here. Okay, guys, something's going on with my feed. I'm hoping it's not affecting yours. Okay, looks like I'm okay here. Oh, Petra, welcome. That's so cool that you made it today. Okay, I think it came back. So sorry, guys, something happened on my feed, but it looks like everything's okay. So, while I added this label there, so I like that idea. And then we need like a third something in here. Maybe I have a phrase sticker that would work here. Grab this and just see what's in here that's not going to be, let's see, no time to shop there. That's already done. I haven't used these as much as I thought I was going to, but I have lots of stuff to do yet. Holiday wishes, decorating, believe, merry, holiday travel, wonder. Wonderful, celebrate, twinkle. And then I have these. There's a blue one, but I have no blue. This is like a Thanksgiving and holiday and Christmas. What did I see? Let's try this Mary. I think that might work. Oops. See if I can get this in here. And then I'll take this one and add it in just a little bit lower. Now, I don't do this because my book is already still thick, but like this present and the presents on this page would be great for adding like a little pop dot on it, but I'm not going to do that just because I have plenty of dimension in this book just with all the pages. Okay, oops, wasn't ready for that to stick. That's okay. My wrapping paper remnants keep sticking to my ATG here, so I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, so we have that. I do have a giant red star here. Yep, that I could add in somewhere. Maybe just tuck it in there. I don't know why all of a sudden I thought about these. I don't love these as much because they're kind of wonky, and I tend to like the straight ones, but you know, that's a personal preference for me. Let's see, I think I had this. Thought I had this looking a little better than it does at the moment. Let's see, try that. I think we know, well, maybe not because it's hard to tell over there. I need some twine here. So let's do green because I have so much red here already. And this is not really glued down here. So let's glue that down. And these are just things I throw in my kit because I can use them. Regular scrapbook, I've done 2 Christmas layouts already in lives on Friday nights. So that's kind of fun to have that done. And then to keep this in, what I usually do is just add a little bit of my ATG. Oops. Oh, and usually I get it a little bit better position than that. Right behind that. And then that way the tag stays down, but so does that. And I don't mind it being long, but it's a little long, I think. So let's grab that. I know some people will pop dot so it stays where it belongs. I like the fact that it's kind of all over the place here. Okay, loving that, the way that looks. So now I think it's time just to add little pieces. I'm not going to add anything to this photo because I think it's good as it is. And the other thing I think I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to cut this to a 3x4 card size. For some reason, my printer's being really sassy, and even though I'm telling it to print at 3x4, it's not printing at 3x4. So I don't know what that's about right now. I haven't figured that out. So there's one, and I'm going to make sure this one is also that. Yep. So this one needs to come off the top, and that's fine. There's nothing up there. So the reason I'm doing this is then I can, whatever ends up behind there will fit. Oh, and I've had too much coffee this morning. Okay. So let's pull this out so we can look and see how this looks. So I'm thinking nothing on that page there. I could pop in, the word fun. That might be just a little sarcastic, however. Joy could work here as well. Let me see if that's too small. And here's love. I don't think that's adding anything to it. I think it might actually be taking it away. If I want to add anything, I could always add either the enamel dots or, oh, and I forgot about this red present. I might be changing my mind about which present is going on this. So I was thinking chipboard. Ooh. That's actually a little big for it though. So I think we're gonna leave that as it is here. Now, could we, ooh, that might be kind of interesting to do to give it a little bit of dimension here. And then I'm wondering, can I make those fit? It's a little narrow for that. Could work for that one though if I cut it. Or just leave it as, I'm gonna leave that as is, but I have an idea to give this a little bit more dimension. Let's get our, well, let me get my enamel dots out. I talk like you guys are in the room with me, which is fine, but it's funny as well. So what I'm thinking is dotting 3 enamel dots in those circles there. And it would have to be these tiny ones, I think. So this will have a little bit more dimension, a little bit more red on the card, which in this case I think is not a bad thing. Okay, whoops. And this really, you know, I don't do a lot of tricky pages and that kind of stuff. And some days it's a couple of cards and it's done. And then some days, like today where I have some more time to do it, I'll embellish a little bit more. I am making Christmas cookies today. This one maybe could use a green one in the center now that I think about it. Let's see how that looks. And maybe I'll do one of the lighter, I have a lighter green, just other than the bright, bright green. Actually, I like it better without it. Okay, I'm gonna pop those over there because now I want to add enamel dots to this for sure. Do I want red? I think some red over here. And I think I'll just kind of dot it wrap them around here. This one I'm going to pull back in now since oh, there we go. Since I added the other two in that area. And I could hand write out my date or do whatever I want to there. So now we have enamel dots here and here. I'm going to leave these two without any enamel dots and then come back over here and add them in. And probably, yeah, let's do this. So just so I have some variety in the dots that I'm using. And just 3, I think. Nope, those two are almost on the same line. Let me pick this up and put this up here. Okay, this needs just, for some reason, this, oh, I just don't have enough glue on that. There we go. Otherwise, I don't, that enamel dot, whatever that thing is, might fall. Okay, I think that is done. Yeah, I like the way it looks. So now we have the bag here and then this side here, and I can pop my photos back in here. And then this is how it will lay. Well, actually, let me put this back in here so that it'll lay right on top of there. I actually have, by the way, 2 cats, but one of them was a lot more curious this year. The other one was kind of lazy. And there's like a drinking game that you can play when you wrap presents. I did not, but one of the things is every time you lose your scissors or tape, take a drink, and then when one of your pets walks over your wrapping paper, take a drink. I would have been in trouble right away. So that's how, whoops, that's how that will look. And then this is how it looks when we lay it over the top with this page next to it. And I'm actually liking the way that's looking. So again, craziness with the stripes, but we'll leave it as is. And then that way is what that one's going to look like. So I am all done for the day. Oh, I know what. I think there was something. Oh, I added something to this one that I wanted to show you guys. When I was all done, I found this word love as I was putting the die cuts away. And I really liked how that added just a little bit more up in that, up in this corner, and then it put that star up there. So that was one minor change I made. It's small, but I did make a little bit of a change. All right, you guys, so that is day 17 done. I will be back tomorrow, it's probably tomorrow night, I'm guessing, with day number 18, which will be the story of the Luminaria nativity walk that we did. So anyway, you guys, hope you're all well today. Have a great rest of your day, and we're under a week till Christmas, everybody. Bye.